back, my beautiful friends. Welcome, welcome. I'm coming on. I'm in my car. I have somewhere to go today, and it's been all day running. And I was thinking about how much I enjoy my life without usually not having such stressful days. A lot of people, a lot of things, a lot of errands were needed to get done today, and so I'm just having a moment. I was reading some of the comments, and a lot of people really do not understand the difference and polarity between men and women and how different that is. A lot of men assuming that women are takers, that women are here to take this, to take that. This is a very victim and very weak perception, because by our design, women were made to receive. Women were made by nature, by God, by all of the logic. Men were meant to give, and women were meant to receive. We can even look at our biology and how different we are, and how a woman was made to be a receiver. Many people, just based on their experiences, turn things around and weaponize one against each other. And this is, I have a hope for this channel, that those people who watch my channel will stop weaponizing certain things, that we came here with divine mission, both men and women. I hope that people will stop weaponizing that and realizing that the great power is when we are complementing each other, when we creating together, co-creating. Literally, to create anything, we do need masculine and feminine. And the sad thing becomes when women are talked into becoming men, into abandoning their nature, and men are talked to into becoming women and becoming takers, receivers, without investment, without hard work. That is what is scarier than anything else, what is more concerning than anything else. Thank you, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome, my darling. We are having such extremely hot days here. I don't even know, I don't remember it's being so hot. So wow. If it gets too warm, I'll put my AC on, but it does make a sound. um welcome, welcome, everyone. So yes, I think the most awful thing what happens is when we lose our way and kind of water down who we are. um it's much harder to it's going to be much harder to operate in a world where we are led away from our natural duties and desires and capacities. Thank you, Nicholas. My day was beautiful, very, very busy, and I was just thinking the gratitude that I'm very lucky to do things that I truly love in my life. Of course, there are days when you have deadlines, and when you have certain things that needs to be accomplished. For me personally, um, just that feeling, I had 3 different deadlines today, and just trying to accomplish these 3 deadlines just giving me a reminder of how much worse everything gets under pressure. Everything, when you are mostly in your feminine, when you are under pressure, things get a lot worse when you have to operate under the stress. It's hard to a woman to thrive under the stress, really is. Welcome, guys, welcome, welcome. We have a very eventful day here today, many events. We have thousands of people visiting my city, maybe not thousands but hundreds. um Haha, thank you, Harry, I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliments, everyone. I appreciate you. I was just thinking about it, how men take pride when they get to truly live their full purpose and their role. I wrote in the title something about Erica Kirk. You know, people are going insane. There is so many theories. There is so many controversies. But one thing was so beautiful about their situation, that when she got married to Charlie Kirk, he didn't tell her, hey, you know, you have background in this and background in that. Why don't you work for me? Why don't you do this, that, and other for me? He saw her as a wife. Not that his emotional experience, he saw her as a woman first. He wasn't trying to take advantage of her and make her work a little bit. Although she was very driven and very accomplished, she is a very driven and very accomplished lady, and she will now run a big organization. But besides that, you know, in this world, when they trying to blur the lines, uh, Charlie Kirk here, as a role model. I want to talk about him as much as possible, to honor his life, everything that he was so passionate about. I watched some more of his clips, and I was just thinking, this man just had so much fuel, so much passion, so much purpose. But coming to the topic, when he met his wife, he wasn't trying to say, well, you know, why don't you just work a bit for me? Why don't you just do these things? Why don't I hire you, and then we're gonna be like, you know, talking to each other, and then maybe we'll, you know, see where it goes. He didn't say that. When he met her, he knew exactly who she was for him, and he saw a wife material in her, and that is why he made it very clear he has no interest for her to be working for him. He didn't want to be the taker of her gifts. He did not want to be the taker of what she has become without him. He had not uh, he had not invested in her anything before he met her. Obviously, a lot of men nowadays can sometimes be boasting on social media, posting a woman they just met, or send it to their friends and family. But Charlie Kirk and men like him, they understand that when you just meet a lady, everything she has, her appearance, her glow, her, I don't know, her achievements, her beauty, her skincare, he had not invested anything. He was not the one providing the peace. He was not the one, providing her living expenses. He was not the one involved and invested in her life, so he didn't feel that he is there to claim her as a worker, or offering him her like a free trial, what I call. He wasn't offering. A man who is full in his masculine, he is not a taker. He is not going to be offering a woman that he sees as a potential wife. He is not going to be to offering her free trials. So that is so beautiful, and so telling to me, that he really had class and dignity, even though he was so young. Man, I was looking at some of his clips. He looks so young. He doesn't even have, you know, when men get a little bit more mature, older, they have some like harsher facial lines, and you know, you just have this on men it looks really good, you know, those like maturing facial change. But he haven't even hit that facial change. He was still so young. But unlike many, not confused at anything. So anyway, I just wanted to share this, and it really hurts me to see so many people criticizing Erica and telling how she needs to be miserable. how she needs to cry in public, how they, you know, they really wish that she would have a public breakdown, but she's doing exactly what her husband would like her to do. And we forget that when you are a mother, when you, I apologize. Yes, you don't always have possibility to fall apart, especially when so many people are looking up to you, and not to mention, most importantly, your children. If you ever went through a loss, you know how it is. Your heart might be breaking into 1,000 pieces, into 1,000,000 pieces, but you have people that love you, look at you, and you simply have to have yourself together. You don't have the luxury to fall apart. You might and another thing is, nobody sees you when you are in your own room at night. Nobody sees you when you're in your bathroom crying, maybe in the shower, or crying in your bedroom. I think we live in such a society where people so used to be crying on cameras. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the kind words. We are living in a society when people literally would have a crying face on a thumbnail so they can get 1,000,000 views, or you know, they can get feedback, or some, or manipulate the public and break down in tears. I think we're all different, and to suggest that somebody needs to grieve certain way, I think it's some of the highest level of cruelty. To when someone is when somebody is already have their heart broken in 1,000,000 pieces, this is so the epitome of cruelty, to tell them how they need to cry or not to cry, or how they need to go through things. And again, we forget that public people, we only see a glimpse of their life, a glimpse. We don't know anything that's going on behind the closed doors. And I support to have some privacy. I support, yes, it's from one side, it's beautiful when people show off, not show off, but show up and share their feelings. But you know, we've been having a bit too much of it. We have people crying on cameras and trying to manipulate our feelings, where it used to be that there was certain code where if you fall apart, um, it's first of all real, and it's unplanned, and you don't have a camera recording it. So yes, yes, people wrongly attack vulnerability. So instead of notice that somebody is standing strong, trying to make through the conversation, trying to make through the day, realizing what is ahead of you, how difficult, how life is never gonna be the same, your responsibility, you know, when you have children, and going. So for ladies who are in a position such as Erica Kirk, you know, it happens so much. Just usually you're not a public person, when all of a sudden you lost somebody you loved, somebody you relied on, and especially a man that, even if you're the most driven and talented woman, if when you have a man who allowed you to stay home, who allowed you to be with your children, to now worry to just maybe do certain things that you want to do yourself. But they, when you have a 1-year-old or newborn or a toddler, a man that is not a taker, that is a giver, he's not going to worry about sending you to work, make sure you bring your check on time. No. And think about, we all need to think about how someone, a lady who was protected, who had so much support, so much protection, and a husband that not only she was proud of, that was on such mission in life, who led with his heart, with his passion, with his dedication, devotion to this. But a man that made sure he participates fully in his family. The man who switch off his phone once a week, um, for I don't know 24 hours, so he's 100% with his children and with his wife. A man who was doing everything for them. Imagine going from that to where now you have to become a head of the organization. Now it is on you. Not only you are not going to get that support, love, reassurance, partnership, sacred relationship between a husband and a wife and a father, all of this you won and you had all of this, and now not only is that is turned out of your heart, like was ripped, right, ripped out of your heart, but uh, you have to carry on. You going to pour all your love, all your pain, all your grief into a movement, into his life's work. I think it's one of the most beautiful things to honor somebody you loved. Doesn't have to be a public person, but it's one of the most beautiful things to honor somebody you loved, to continue what was so important for them, something that was their entire life. Thank you everyone, welcome. If you don't know me, check out my channel. You're welcome to check it out. We're talking about love, relationships, polarity, modern confusion, and foundational things that must be brought back to our society, and all the other beautiful things. Elizabeth, darling, thank you. Love listening on my drive home. Thank you, Paul. That is so, I feel so special that somebody's driving home and listening to my video. I have some people that I enjoy listening to, so, but somehow I don't think about that somebody is watching me. Thank you, Paul. I am honored. Thank you, Leoncio. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, let's see. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. What did I do? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope the connection wasn't too bad. I do not, Zen Ali, I do not say that I know somebody or somebody wrote me the truth and put a stamp. We all share our thoughts and observations. Nobody is claiming anything to be 100% truth. I think all the internet discussions should be taken with a grain of salt. I have not heard anything from his parents saying anything negative. I'm sure you have special connection with Charlie Kirk's parents. Let me read. Ой, боже, что я делаю? Боже, я не знаю. David, welcome, hello, good to see you. I hope you have a beautiful Friday as well. I know it's only 3 o'clock there, right, in California. Marry me comments. Well, thank you guys for the kind offer. You never know, I might have to take you up on that. Let me read some comments. David says Erika is amazing. Yeah, I think it takes so much strength to just not fall apart. It just takes so much strength, especially when you have 2 small children that see you and used to you as one capsule, as one. It's the worst thing to go in life through. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. It's one of the hardest things in life to explain your child why he will never physically see their mother or father or somebody who is very close to them. That alone is a torture. I don't care about the conspiracy theories and people losing their mind. I just know a young woman having children, I know what toll it takes to um, break something. Sees them losing somebody that was everything to them. So there is no conspiracy theory that can deny the pain of a mother and a wife and the children losing his father. I'm sorry, but sometimes people need to use logic and less of drama. Thanks, 3 p.m. getting started on my weekend. Wonderful, wonderful. We have a beautiful, beautiful weekend here, like almost tropical, almost tropical. I'm about to start. We have some events today, and it's been like summer hot, which is very unusual. So we're having those last moments of hot summer days right now. Which, I'll be honest with you, I'm ready for the fall, 100% ready. I hope you have most amazing weekend, David. Thank you so much for being a member and for your presence, kind comments, support, wonderful feedback. By the way, I just only about 25-30 minutes ago, I just saw your message. So that made me feel very special. I'm very encouraged by that. So I hope things will go very well, and um, maybe you'll share later. But anyway, thank you so much for the feedback. And that's one of the beautiful things in life. When we connect with other people, we kind of mirror them, reflect them. It can be very encouraging sometimes. We never know who is looking at us and who is taking notes. So that is another one of my other missions on this channel, is bring class to our society, inside and out. In communication, in life, in everything. Yes, of course. Well, you know what? Regardless of how anything goes, of the outcome, I hope you really enjoy the day, the night, the experience, and all that. Sometimes doing things without having too high expectations is also kind of takes the pressure, But anyhow, I really, really appreciate the feedback. Thank you, Pac. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I don't know who. Somebody said gold digger with a big letters. Gold digger, of course. You want me to dig what? Gold is good. The prices of gold are going up. So you can say anything you want, but can't go wrong with gold or silver. Those are always hold its value. Gold, silver, all the precious metals. So I'm not upset. But Elizabeth was, so she's allowed to be. Can't go wrong with precious metals. Yes, can't go wrong at all. Can't go wrong at all. Okay, let's see how much time I have. I'm not actually here for too long right now. I might come later at night, but I don't know. It depends how everything goes tonight. We'll see. I'm originally from Eastern Europe, in particular from, well, take a guess. Let's have a geography lesson. Anyway, guys, I just, I just wanted to share with you that it's really painful to see when men give in into their weak side and wanted to take something from a woman without investment or without proving themselves, stepping up, showing their real character. It's really sad to see. You know, if I was a man, for me, the worst defeat in life would be to be feminine. I'm very lucky to be a woman because I love femininity. It's something that's something I would never not want to have it, but if so happened and I was born in a man's body, for me, the worst thing in the world would be if somebody, if I was a feminine man, like a feminine man. I think it's just so very sad. I don't like hard work. I don't know what you're talking about. No woman will ever like hard work. A woman can get into creation. A woman can get into um, doing something that where her heart leads her. But any woman that does actual hard work is never a happy woman. Is never a woman that is, unless it's something that she's really passionate about. That's a different subject. You want to be the boss, but don't want a feminine partner. I never said I want to be the boss. I never said that. No woman wants to have a feminine man unless it's like 5% of women that like reverse dynamic when she's masculine and the man is feminine. They have a, their own thing going on there, but it's very rare. Maybe 5-10% maximum of couples where, as we call it in Ukraine, the man is under the heel. Basically, he is подкаблучник. I don't know anybody speaks my language here. Подкаблучник is basically man without a willpower that does whatever his wife tells him to do. I never said that I want to be the boss. I don't. Especially not with a grown man, no. Some women also have leadership abilities, but I do have some. Not gonna say I don't, but in my life, when I'm off internet, when I'm in my regular life, I'm the most I'm the most girly girl, and a lot of people don't even know that I have social media, that the kind of things that I do. They don't even know that I have certain endeavors and things I do. They don't even know because there is no reason to know. There is no reason to know. I think, ladies, if you're watching me, never lead communication with men talking him about your achievements, because you will attract the wrong man. The right man, he will want to get to know you as a woman. He doesn't care about your achievements, your diplomas. He would like to get to know you as a woman, who you are as a woman, if you know what I mean. I am currently living in US, somewhere in the Midwest, hidden in the fields. Well, not quite in the fields, but oh, Shari is coming, but I'm leaving. Yeah, let me see. On my own, how did it end this way? This wasn't what it's supposed to be. If I had the chance, I would do it all again. I don't know what you're talking about. Looks like you have conversation with yourself. Hello, Michael. Hello, Tommy. Yes, guys. So I just think that it's very sad to see the blame, the so-called gender war, and a pure waste of time, because we were meant by our design to complement each other, to fulfill each other's life, to make it more fun. I'm not gonna say uh, that I don't notice how um, when you have, as a woman, when you have a masculine man around you, it, no matter what you do, whether you're in an environment, you're out and about, you're out in the stores, there is something that happens in our chemistry that life is all of a sudden so much more fun. So yeah, I think that we were truly meant to complement each other. We were meant to complement each other, to inspire each other, to give each other the best. uh, Hello, bonjour, Shari. Hello, my darling, good to see you. Somebody says you look very good. Well, thank you, Fixie Dixie. Thank you, Samba. Somebody was just yawning, saying how boring my conversations are, but nevertheless, you've been here for 31 minutes. So I guess you like to suffer. Yes, I'm living in my car, guys. You can send donations. They're very welcome. So maybe I'll buy myself a mansion because of these masculine heroes on my live chat. Yes, living in your car is actually quite amazing. See how nice I look? It's all because I live in my car. Hey, if being out of touch makes all of this, that's not a bad thing. You know what is sad? When men becoming women, that is where it's very sad. When men becoming women and they think that they can, they doing a great for society by being only 5% man or 3% man. This is what is sad. When men is trying to control, how do you make your money, what do you do, why are you doing this, instead of actually bringing something to the conversation and saying that I don't need a strong woman. I am a man. I am strong. So I'm going to have a happy woman, a delightful woman, a woman that looks like she doesn't have a care in the world. That is something that only a strong man to do. Every other want to have a, every other type of man, they want to have a strong woman that will fulfill part of their responsibilities. And that is what is very sad. When men willfully give away their power, thinking that they are not capable. And when women have to step up because men dropping the ball. I'm not saying that uh, I see this. Unfortunately, I see this often. But thank God there are a lot of amazing examples as well. Thank you, Dima. That's a beautiful compliment. Thank you. Dima, Dima says, Veronica, to us, magnifique. I wish I was practicing my French. I need to start doing it again. So then I can curse in French and nobody will understand. Let me read your comments, guys. Thank you so much for stopping. You know, this may not be your cup of tea. It may not be your type of channel. I get it. I get it. That's okay. I do have a topic I want to talk about tonight or tomorrow or in the next couple of days that really bothers me. It's not as fluffy and feminine as this one, but I cannot do it right now because I don't have enough time. Thank you, CCGB. I'm an international woman of mystery. Maybe we should keep it as that. Thank you, Dima. Merci, Dima. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm in Yugoslavia. I would love to be in Yugoslavia right now, actually. So yes, guys, a lot of we have a lot of turmoil, a lot of frustration. I would agree that society, especially Western society, is going through a lot of crisis, and both men and women should up their standards. You know, Charlie Kirk was talking about this. That's why he wanted to talk to young people. He wanted to show the example. He want to let ladies know that you don't have to be available for everyone. You don't have to turn these men into takers by just for no reason being with them, letting them use your heart, mind, body, and soul. I think the problem is, you know, we forgot what intimacy really is, and how everybody think about how physical it is, but it is really so it is so spiritual. It's more spiritual than it's physical, actually. But people only use the very surface layer of conscious, and that's why we have this spiritual warfare right now between evil, between good and evil. I do not really, we are not discussing the conspiracy theories today. We're just discussing basic human values. And that no matter what you believe in, our society would win if, as women, for example, ladies, if you're watching, we would apply standards, we would apply entry requirements for men, we would apply a long approval stage for men. I think everybody would win. Men would have so much more motivation, so much more growth, so much more, so better. It would be better in absolutely everything. But I think two components, men and women, both masculine and feminine, is creating this together. You know, you don't create all of this on your own. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And for not so kind words, you still helping my channel. I appreciate you. I think I see some things that are really unrelated, but um, it's all good. Thank you, Paul. I'm glad you enjoyed the conversation or the things I was sharing today. Um, Yes, let it be for sure. Anyway, my darlings, I also I have to get going. I just want to say hello in case I won't be able to come up for the night. I have a very serious topic, very scary topic, very challenging topic for the evening. If I'll be able to, or if not, maybe we'll have it in a couple of days. It will depend. I depends how the weekend go, how my energy levels go, and also how the stars aligns, right? um yeah, there is something is going on that I really want to discuss with my common sense people, and just want to put your attention to it. um but meanwhile, please pray for those people who lost their dear one, their last one, their loved one. Don't commit such a sin on every single level by judging, threatening somebody who just experienced a major loss. It just shows that you are absolutely heartless human being. When you celebrate in somebody passing, even if that wasn't the person that, you know, was your kind of person, it just shows only one thing. It just shows how vile, evil, and dark you are. And when somebody lost someone, you know, I have people I dislike. I have people that I can really live without. I have people that I despise. But do, and I'm sure you do too, do we really want to wish them ill? Do we really want to wish them to lose their loved ones? Do we really want them to be hurt? I hope that your answer is like mine, which is no, absolutely not. So having compassion makes us human. And I'm realizing that even more, the power of staying away from news, from social media, from all the stuff that they're trying to solve, all the major news outlets and content creators. Sometimes they're really passionate and they're really doing amazing work with finding facts and putting it in a very good um, perspective, and they do a lot of research, but a lot of times they really want to monetize on the pain, on the loss, and put your mind in turmoil where you, instead of being a human first, you starting get your mind in conspiracies and try to see something dark, trying to see something wrong, you know, with a grieving widow, with a major loss, not only for humanity but also for the family, for the country. Like there is, I think our mind on a preset very often is already tends to go into the gutter for darkness, for gossip. And so before we judge everybody, I think it's really important to check yourself. You know, we all have beautiful weekend. Try to switch off the noise this weekend. Try to just live a little. Live a little. Live, not live. So, yes, try to clear your mind if you can. And realize a lot of these people that try to get your attention, they do nothing but steal your time. Another thing is, for my adequate people who watching me, who watching the streams, I would like to have some guests as well, and I would like to see you sometime. If you want to be on my stream, reach out to my coffee site, reach out to my email, write a comment below if you want to be a guest. If you have a unique perspective, a story to share, feel free to stop by and have a conversation. I'm so red because it's been a very very hot today, and unusually busy day with unusual amount of topics or of how you call it, errands. And I felt my creative energy was just drained for the errands. Today I had three different deadlines, and I realized the things I'm talking about, when you have deadlines and errands, you really lose that vital energy. You know, you really don't have much left for creativity. But life happens sometimes. Thank you, CCGB. Thank you, darling. Yes, you can connect me on my coffee site if you want to have a mini consultation, if you just want to contribute to the channel, or if you have a situation, circumstance, maybe you're dating a Slavic Eastern European woman and can't figure this out. If you can't figure it out, and you would like to have my perspective, I can help you with that as well. So thank you, George. um Thank you, Mark. Hello. Thank you, King Bearer. I appreciate you. Thank you. um I'm taking applications, guys. um okay, let's see. Receiving is one thing, being thankful is another. Well, that was about something else. I was talking about women's nature, is that women were made to receive, and men were meant to give. But women give from the abundance that they receive, they give, but they create something else from the things that they receive. Like, for example, A woman receive a home, I mean a house, have empty walls, it's cold, it's weird, it's just the walls, but she makes it into a home. She makes love to her husband. She received the seed for for over his continuation, and she produces a beautiful child. You bring groceries to a woman that you work hard, you brought the groceries. She puts her energy and make a beautiful dinner that no restaurant can make for you. That is the power and the beauty of a woman. That's why the woman needs to receive first before she shall ever create something out of what she received. And man really steps into his power when he gives. All the feminine men, effeminate, I forgot how to say it. Eff- all the feminine men have the balance that is thrown off, and it's hard to be around them as a woman. You get into your masculine as a woman. When I'm around a weak man, I turn into I turn into a person I don't like, because a woman she gets into her survival mode when she is next to a weak man. When the man is weak, he can't take decisions, he doesn't have strength. A woman instinctively takes on that gap, and she becomes masculine. She's not pleasant, she's dominant, but she's doing this only out of survival. That's why so many women are cold and distant and disconnected and mean and kind of Karens, you know. That's why we have such a weird situation in our modern society. Really, it really is very, very prominent. How often when you go outside in United States of America, how often do you see women who are smiling with their eyes, who are wearing beautiful dresses, who are flirtatious, who are having a great time? You know, there are spots here and there. You might know somebody and you treasure them. I have a couple of female friends that I treasure like the most rare jewel, because I need that energy too as well. um Hi beautiful, how are you doing? What is your show about? You look gorgeous. How is your day going? My show is about love. My show is about love, about men, women, and that dynamics between them. I am says yes, never, not in the United States. You know, the only place I see people like I see beautiful women is usually somewhere south, in some nice areas, when they probably got married well, or their life is well. You know, they don't have a like financial not bargain burden. They're walking around. I saw that in Delray when I was in Florida. I saw it in some like wealthy to do areas where sometimes you see radiant women. They can be different ages, you know, but younger, more mature. But I rarely see radiance. So when a man is seen with a woman and that woman is radiant, remember that the credit in people's mind, the credit goes to a man. Once again, when a beautiful, radiant woman is seen with a man, people automatically assume that he must know something, he must be doing something right. The credit for her smile, for her happiness, for her beauty, for her femininity, for the way she dresses, for the way she carries herself, goes to him, because people assume that he's making her life beautiful. People assume that he's a boss. People assume that she would never pay attention to him if he wouldn't be somebody special. You know how they say that women always pay attention to men with other beautiful women, because They assume that this man must have something, must know something. That's why this lady had chosen him. It must be something, you know, must be a reason. And ladies, when you just met somebody, uh, it's a man who have not invested in you, who have not really done anything for you, who have not proven yourself to you, who had not supported you in any way, and he asking you to take photos and selfies and in your outfits, send them, put it on his Facebook, Instagram, to his family. Never allow a man to flaunt you if he did not invest in you before, if he didn't prove that you can be seen with him, and if he did not, you don't want to man flaunt you when you have clothes that another man bought for you or jewelry another man bought for you. The man who is flaunting you need to be flaunting you behind the scenes and taking care of all of these things he wants to flaunt you with. I'm just saying. Hello, my dear friends. Why are you all gathering when it's time for me to go? Okay, let's see. Oof, maybe a couple more minutes. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate it. I had all day today running like like a mad woman. It's rarely me. It's rarely my days like this, but today. Um yes, I'm in Beverly Hills. There is a lot of beautiful women running, jogging, walking. I walk around those areas. Yes, only in Beverly Hills they're beautiful. Yes, you know, some women, they again have a successful marriage when they have peaceful life. But you know, the place that I loved, I was in this place, it wasn't south, it was in Montana. I was there in the times of this big virus, and it was barely anybody there, and the amount of the feeling of peace I felt there, the feeling of serenity, it was so breathtakingly beautiful. um we didn't see that many people because we were on hikes or resting or doing our thing, but I felt most beautiful sensation when I was in Montana. It just felt so, I can't even, those parks, that water, those river, mountains, bears. We ran into a bear, but that's for another day. But blue lakes and hikes, and it just was, it's like you come there, you come to Montana to find your soul. It felt so very special. What an amazing thing to do with your loved ones, you know, to have such experiences when you just leave everything but your soul. It was so beautiful. I would love to go again to Montana. Hello, nobody. Thank you. You are so sweet. He says, welcome everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, activate the notification bell to watch and enjoy more enjoyable content. Thank you. You're so very sweet. I want no cold in Midwest. Yes, I crave that too. Somebody, Scarface, says, I like to be in peacefulness, quietness, away from people these days for the most part. You know, I crave that a lot for certain periods of time because that's something that can recharge you. You look like an artist. Well, thank you. It's a great compliment for me because I found myself actually to be sometimes one of my best activities is doing creative artistic things. I definitely have an eye for certain things, and I like putting things together in a beautiful way. So thank you. I appreciate that. Um, thank you guys. Oh, you're beautiful. When God thought of beauty, he thought of you. Oh, when the man's, thank you so much for the beautiful words and compliments. Thank you. I think when God thought of beauty, he really thought of women. Um, in God did put a lot of hard work in creating women. I see beautiful children, beautiful girls, beautiful women all the time. And I think that it's our environment sometimes that take our youth and beauty and energy, most of all, prematurely. So, yes, I will spread your compliment to all the ladies who may be watching. Guys, if you have a woman but she's kind of losing her spark, make her compliments. Make her compliments genuinely. Find something to compliment about, even if she's tired that day. Maybe she just had a baby or she's going through something difficult. Just don't make a lot of compliments, but sometimes when you say it, really mean it. David, thank you for the compliment. I am blushing. I'm gonna be blushing through the screen. Thank you. All right, my dear friends, I do have to go now. I will see you next time. It could be tonight, it could be 3 days from now. You know my style. I'm still finding it here for the channel, but your thumbs up, I appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next stream if you consider to subscribe to the channel. Some of our topics are not as delightful and not as philosophical. I want to give you a hint. I want to talk in one of my upcoming live streams. I want to talk about this madness of gay couples adopting children. We really, really need to dive in and talk about it. There are some news out of Quebec, out of Canada, about letting a throuple, so 3 gay men, just adopting a little girl. I mean, I think that there are certain topics that there are certain things that we can't close our eyes to, and this is where neglect leads to. When we think that men can wear women's clothes, men can wear lipstick, men can live off the women, men cannot go to work, then men start sleeping with other men, when then men start sleeping with several men, then they think they're family, then they have a child. No, I think that we need to bring common sense, logic, and stability to our insane society. So yes, some not so exciting topics are coming on, but nevertheless they are so important. We need to be aware and we need to be able to protect uh, our families, our children, and the society. I don't know. So we'll see. I will let you know when or you will see me live again, possibly in a couple of hours or maybe in a couple of days. It will depend again how things unfold. I don't know if I have energy to talk about the topic tonight because it breaks my heart in a million pieces. I'm absolutely shattered by that. But we shall see. I hope you have beautiful Friday. Hello, Russell. Good to see you. I hope you all have a beautiful Friday. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate the kind words, guys. I hope you have a beautiful Friday, beautiful weekend. And if I cool off, and if I come back not so late home tonight, I will go live again. But other than that, I will see you in a couple of days. Warm hugs, burning hot hugs from Michigan. I hope you have a beautiful night, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes, you can buy me a dress.